All right. For our third topic of discussion in this podcast episode, the Chiefs dynasty, is it inbound, right? Are we about to see a repeat of the New England dynasty from the early 2000s to about 4 or 5 years ago, or is this going to fizzle out and it's just a flash in the pan? So, I think there's a couple things that you really got to consider that are really in the Chiefs' benefit, and some similarities, some parallels that they had with those um, early 2000s to late 2010s Patriots. Issue number one, or I guess similarity number one, is the quarterback contract, right? Mahomes signed that mega deal a few years ago. I'm sure you guys remember it. It was crazy. It was, I think, at that time, like the second or third highest contract in sports history. It's a big contract. And so you might be saying, oh, well, the Chiefs, they're going to pay Mahomes for a lot. Well, now Mahomes is under contract for another 8 years. He's under contract until 2031. And relatively speaking, as the quarterback market increases and increases and increases and increases every year, he's going to be a bargain. He's going to be a massive, massive bargain. So for the Chiefs to have the best quarterback in the league on not the most expensive contract, I don't even think when his contract is in the last 2 3 years, I don't even think he's going to be a top 10 paid quarterback. That sounds insane to a lot of people, but like, he's not, right. He's not going to be even a top 10 paid quarterback. So to have the best quarterback in the league not paid in the top 10, insane, right? So his contract, he's under contract for a long time, and it's relatively speaking a big bargain, right? Talking about, so we get the quarterback. That was Brady's thing. Every year, Brady would not reset the quarterback market. Brady could have made the most money in the history of the NFL if he really wanted to. But what Brady did, which was very smart, was he routinely took pay cuts so that the Patriots could have money left over to improve the team around him. Because Tom Brady, you guys know Tom Brady. Brady doesn't give a fuck about money. He gives a fuck about winning championships. He wants all the Super Bowls in the world, and he basically already has them. But Mahomes, inadvertently or advertently, depending on who you ask, just did the same thing, right? So, again, quarterback under contract, not taking all the money. Cool. Next, you got coaches. Andy Reid is now, at this point, I think it's undisputable that he is the best coach in the NFL. Point blank, period, right? Belichick was during their prime. Belichick was older. Andy Reid's older. But similarly, like, they don't seem like they're going anywhere. I would be pretty shocked if Andy Reid retired the next 2 3 years. Um, Andy Reid, despite his age being older, I mean, he's still young and spry at heart. And he announced right after the Super Bowl that he's coming back next year. I would anticipate, as long as he has Mahomes, he would come back and come back and come back until he finds the appropriate successor for what the Chiefs have built. But I don't think Andy Reid is going anywhere soon. I think that he's going to be in there for the long haul, which is very beneficial to Mahomes, obviously. Additionally, and this is a bit of a kicker, so I'm going to put a little asterisk around it. The Patriots always had great defenses with Belichick. Belichick's a defensive guy. That was his thing. Patriots always had great defense, right? Ty Law, Vince Wilfork, who am I thinking of? The McCourty brothers. They had Rivas for a while. Rob Ninkovich. I mean, they had Dante Hightower. They had guys all over, right? They had studs all over throughout the years. And I think that with the Chiefs, their defense right now is not very good. However, they're young, and maybe even most importantly, they make plays when it matters. Um, the Chiefs' defense just always seems to step up in big spots. Maybe it's stopping on third down. Maybe it's scooping a fumble six in the Super Bowl, right? The Chiefs' defense just always makes big plays, and so that's what you need. You need a defense to be clutch. You need a defense to make big plays. So the Chiefs have that right now. One of the things that I think is the biggest key to the Chiefs' success, not Mahomes, well, it is Mahomes and it is Andy Reid, but I'm talking about their general manager. Brett Veach is a fantastic GM. He is, I truly believe that the Chiefs have a top two or three GM. The Chiefs have the best coach and they have the best quarterback. That is unbelievable. They're going to dominate the league for years with that. Brett Veach is a fantastic GM. He's shown that he can draft well. I mean, two rookies for the Chiefs scored touchdowns in the Super Bowl. Sky Moore and Isaiah Pacheco, right? Two rookies in the Super Bowl. Another move he made that also paid dividends in the Super Bowl was trading a third and I think a fifth or a sixth for Kadarius Toney. And not that they've unlocked him yet, but if they can unlock Kadarius Toney, that is a fucking bargain for that electric of an athlete. That is a fucking bargain. Additionally, he's shown that he can negotiate in good faith and give guys good contracts. But just he drafts well. He makes good trades. And another thing, everybody thought the Tyreek Hill trade was insane. I remember I was one of those people at the time. I was like, oh my god, what are the Chiefs doing? Well, he traded away Tyreek Hill, got an extra first round pick, and then his quarterback won MVP, and his quarterback won Super Bowl MVP, and they won the Super Bowl. So the shit worked out. Like the Chiefs, obviously Tyreek Hill was great this year, so I think the Dolphins won the trade, but the Chiefs also won the trade. Like that's a win-win trade. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't want to allocate as many financial resources to Tyreek Hill, and instead got back a first round pick and more, and won a Super Bowl. It's just crazy. And then my last point about why the Chiefs can and probably will become a dynasty is because I think it's going to become a landing spot for free agents. We see this in the NBA a lot. We saw it, I think, a little bit in the NFL, not too much, not with some of the bigger name guys, but you saw Von Miller this past year sign with the Bills. And I believe, and I think he believed, that the Bills could have gone to the Super Bowl. And when Von Miller is not by any means washed. I mean, he's still got some left in the tank. We'll see him after this knee injury. But Von Miller went to the Bills because he knew they were going to be a contender, and he knew that they were going to at least compete for a Super Bowl. Same logic for the Chiefs. If I'm a receiver, if I'm a big name receiver, and I'm trying to get Mahomes as my quarterback. I mean, come on, I'm trying to get a ring and have Mahomes as my quarterback. W, right? So I think it's going to become a spot where key free agents can come take a pay cut in order to win a Super Bowl. So I like the Chiefs as the next dynasty. I really do.